So let's talk about goals for a minute. What is your goal in life, or in this space of the Pokemon collecting, reselling world? What is your goal? What would you like to have? Leave that in the comments below. So one of my goals is to grow the Pokemon business for my kids to run when they get older. It would just be a passion of mine. My son already loves Pokemon. He loves opening packs when we can find them and things like that. But my ultimate goal would be for him to continue to run the site and just keep listing and do things like that. Eventually, maybe by the time he's ready to run things, we have an actual physical store. That is a very long-term goal from now, because my eBay store only has like 8,000 cards right now. So in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. In the card reselling world, that's not a lot. But for people that's new to reselling, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to do. But I just watched King of Cards. He was at Burbank Sports Cards new location, and it is massive. It is beautiful. Their organization is top notch. That's how I want to be. Everybody talks about as far as organization as talks about the chaos sorting method. To me, I'm not a fan of that, because I don't want to have to go and look through a SKU system. What if a SKU gets messed up? And then you're hunting everywhere, because sometimes you can just fat finger everything. Some things change, so you just never know. My thing is, I set sort and numerical sort. That's how I do it. That's how Pokemon intended it to be. So that's how I do it. So if I get an order, I go that set and I get it out. Simple as that. Yes, are you going to have more cards in cards in one set than another? Of course you are. I mean, I have more cards in Phantasmal Flames than I do in Journey Together. That's just the way it is. That's just the bulk cards that I find. That's more people's gonna open Phantasmal Flames than they are Journey Together. Right now I have more cards in Prismatic Evolutions than I do in Phantasmal Flames. Everybody's chasing the evolutions, and once I get them, they don't stay in stock. Same thing with the Phantasmal Flames. If I get a Charizard, they're out. That's the day I list them. I try to stay competitive with my prices as far as eBay comps go, and that way I don't like to hold on things too long. Like big cards like that. Now, the lower end cards and things like that, they'll stick around for a while, because those are like people making sets or making decks for their gameplay. So, sorry, it's bright out here. North Carolina today, it's my truck says it's 52, so it's a little chilly for a June temperature in the morning, but I'll take it. It feels great. But the goals that I have for this business is is what I want to do. I mean, I keep them. They're on a sticky note next to my computer. Those are my goals. So that's what I try to stick to and keep in mind. You know, I don't have a lot of free time with the 2 small kids, but the time I do use is when they're asleep. I'm up till probably 12 o'clock, sometimes later at night, every night, listing, packing, sorting, all that stuff every night. And I get up at 6 and do it all over again. That's just the way that my life is right now. Now, when they get older, will it be easier? Of course it will. But you have to start somewhere. So if you're thinking about starting a business or just collecting and you don't know where to start or when to start or how to start, just start. Go find you a pack, open it. You know, figure out what Pokemon you like. And each set has a different main character, as I call it. So, I mean, that's where you start. You just start and you just have fun with it. I mean, right now cards are hard to find, but it's not going to last forever. I know it's not. And then you're going to be able to find packs again. It's just the way it is. I've sold stuff during before cards were hot, before COVID, and I'm gonna keep selling after. Now, I was selling more Marvel and football and baseball cards then, but I'm sticking with Pokemon. I love the artwork. I love the culture. Getting to know some of the people in the Pokemon community, it's been awesome. Believe it or not, I like the rarity of the hunt. So if I go to a store, I kind of like not being able to find stuff in some aspects, because when I do find something, I'm like, hey, I found something, and my son's like, oh, dad, we found something. You know, that's fun. You know. But, you know, we're kind of bummed out sometimes when we can't find something at a spot we know that usually has stuff. But, you know, but it makes it fun. It's like a treasure hunt when we go. And those are the memories that I'm going to remember the most. So, I mean, I can remember when my dad took me to... we had a gas station near our house that sold basketball and baseball cards and things like that. And I'm a big basketball guy. Tar Heels, of course. Don't get me wrong. Anything Tar Heels, I'm in for. But I remember opening packs as soon as we get them in the truck after we go to the gas station. Those are some of my fondest memories of the hobby. And then I got into Marvel cards. My mom took me to my first comic book store. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina. I believe it was Heroes. Heroes aren't hard to find. And if you don't know, they put on a Heroes convention every year. And it is one of the best comic book shows in the country, because it's more comic books than it is actors and movies and things like that. It's an actual comic book show, but it is massive. And I try to go to it every year. So that is, if you ever have a chance, look it up. Heroes Con. and I believe it's this June. I believe it's this month, at the end of this month maybe. But I only go for one day. I'm not a 3 or 4 day person. But if you go. It's a lot of fun. I do have a small collection of comics that I have. I'm a big Gambit guy, so I'll have all the first appearances of Gambit and autographs of the writers and artists and things. But go have a good time, enjoy the hobby. That's what it's all about. So yeah, tell me your goal in the comments below, and I'd love to hear what some of you guys' goals are. All right, thanks.